which the priesthood of the Maccabees unquestionably were. The Sadducees installed by Herod were, however, very different. They were firmly aligned with the usurping monarch. They enjoyed an easy and comfortable life of prestige and privilege. They exercised a lucrative monopoly over the temple and everything associated with the temple, and they had no concept whatever of zeal for the law. Zeal for the law. Israel thus found itself under the yoke of a corrupt illegitimate monarchy and a corrupt illegitimate priesthood, both of which were ultimately instruments of pagan Rome. As in the days of Maccabeus, this situation inevitably provoked a reaction. If Herod's puppet priests became the Sadducees of popular tradition, their adversaries, the purists who remained zealous for the law, became known to history under a variety of different names. In certain contexts, the Qumran literature, for example, these adversaries were called Zadokites, or sons of Zadok. In the New Testament, they were called Nazarenes, and subsequently early Christians. In Josephus, they were called Zealots and Sicarii. The Romans, of course, regarded them as terrorists, outlaws, and brigands. In modern terminology, they might be called Messianic revolutionary fundamentalists. Whatever the terminology one uses, the religious and political situation in Judea had, by the beginning of the 1st century AD, provoked widespread opposition to the Herodian regime, the pro-Herodian priesthood, and the machinery of the Roman Empire, which sustained and loomed behind both. By the 1st century AD, there were thus two rival and antagonistic factions of Sadducees. On the one hand, there were the Sadducees of the New Testament, and Josephus, the Herodian Sadducees. On the other hand, there was a true or purist Sadducean movement which repudiated all such collaboration and remained fervently loyal to three traditional governing principles: a priesthood or priestly Messiah claiming descent from Aaron, a loyal Messiah claiming descent from David, and above all, zeal for the law. It will by this time have become clear to the reader that zeal for the law is not a casually used phrase. On the contrary, it is used very precisely in the way that such phrases as brethren of the craft might be used in Freemasonry, and whenever the phrase or some variant of it occurs, it offers a vital clue to the researcher, indicating to him a certain group of people or movement. Given this fact, it becomes strained and disingenuous to argue, as adherents of the consensus do, that there must be some distinction between the Qumran community, who extol zeal for the law, and the zealots of popular tradition.